Today we'll discuss some of the issues that international teaching assistants face when teaching in a culturally diverse environment. As an ITA, you will encounter various classroom situations involving your students, your colleagues, and your superiors. One such situation could be a complaint made by a frustrated student. American culture, in part, has been influenced and shaped by the principles of free speech. Citizens are free to debate, protest, or complain. Complaining can be viewed as a function of the democratic process because it most often leads to change. Today, we'll present you with a scenario involving a complaint. We will further provide you with the skills necessary to effectively resolve the situation and avoid possible issues in the future. Now let's take a look at what happened a few days earlier when a student came to my office to complain about an ITA's behavior in an English writing classroom.
Hi, Professor. How are you?
Hi, Anne. How are you doing?
I'm doing good, thanks. I just wanted to see if I could pick up my paper from last semester.
Sure. Have a seat.
Thanks.
How are classes going this semester?
They're going pretty good for the most part, but I'm having a little bit of trouble in one of my writing classes.
Really? What's going on?
Well, I have an ITA for that class, and her first language is Italian, and there's an international student in the class who's always speaking Italian to her, so it winds up taking a lot of class time, and I'm starting to feel frustrated.
Do other students feel this way too?
I think they do.
Okay. Have you talked to the ITA about it?
I haven't, because I don't want to make her feel badly, but I just wish she would understand that it's frustrating for those of us in class who can't understand what they're saying to each other.
The ITA's behavior in the classroom has made the students very uncomfortable. But let's now watch in detail what goes on in the classroom and why students have reason to complain.
Okay guys, let's take a look at our review handout one more time, and as you can see, adjectives are the last item that we are going to discuss today. And just as a reminder, our next test will be on Monday. So as we have already learned, the adjectives in English are used to provide additional information about the noun they modify. So let's take a look at our first example, the red car.
Scusi, professoressa, ma red è un aggettivo. Perché descrive il colore della macchina?
Sì, Sandra, è proprio così. La macchina è di colore rosso, quindi red è un aggettivo. Going back to our example, we see that the adjective is always placed right before the noun it modifies. But in English, we must remember that a noun could be modified by more than one adjective. So let's take a look at our second example, the round wooden dining table.
Sì, però cosa accade se c'è più di un aggettivo prima del nome? Quale viene prima?
Sandra, la posizione degli aggettivi in inglese è diversa da quella che usiamo in italiano. Ma guarda questi esempi. From this example, we see that adjectives in English also follow a specific order. So we could simplify this by saying that the preferred order of adjectives in English is the following. Number comes first, followed by size, then shape, color, material used, and then the noun.
Scusi, professoressa, sono ancora molto confusa. Per favore, mi rispiega questo concetto?
In this scene, the ITA has made the mistake of addressing the concerns of one student in a manner that excludes the others. I decided to approach the ITA and discuss what happened. It's been brought to my attention that some students in your writing class are upset with the way that you address one student in a language other than English.
Oh, I'm actually surprised the students never approached me to discuss this, but thank you for bringing it to my attention. Now, I definitely realize that perhaps my behavior was unacceptable because I put the interests of one single student before those of the other students. And I think I really need to find a better way of correcting this issue.
I'm glad you recognize the problem. How do you think you could fix this problem?
Well, I know this particular student has a great difficulty mastering grammar rules in English. And you know, sometimes in class, I don't want to be rude and ignore her concerns because she clearly needs some extra help. But now I'm aware that this wasn't the best approach.
Some examples of sentences containing adverbs. Can any one of you tell me the function of each adverb in each one of the sentences?
Mi scusi,
Yes.
professoressa, ma sono ancora confuso sul degli avverbi. Che differenza c'è tra un avverbio e un aggettivo?
Sandra, I'll be happy to go over the difference between adverbs and adjectives one more time with you. And I can actually see you right after class, or you can come and meet me during my office hours, and we will have more time to discuss this. But right now, please understand that I cannot take this learning time away from your fellow classmates, as it has come to my attention that many of you have been feeling uncomfortable in this class because of my behavior. And I apologize. And from now on, please feel comfortable to come and see me during my office hours if you have any question and concern, and I'll be happy to help you.
What an improvement! In the previous scene, the ITA correctly addresses the concerned student. As a teacher, it is your responsibility to create a learning environment that meets the needs of all of your students. When faced with a problem, handle it directly and be confident in your role as a teacher.